How you going? It's Les.
And Max.
And we're from Hunting Gather Farmstead.
And the sun is out.
It's been pretty rare today, and we just wanted to finish off with letting you guys see what we've done. So here we are. We're actually in the neighbour's yard right now. They've got some mulch out the front as well, which is pretty funny. So here we are. We're just sort of doing a bit of a pan around, and you can see where we live. And where we live, everywhere is green. Everywhere. So you can see why there was so much pressure for us to want to get our yard looking sort of nice. So here we are, we're out the front on the driveway of the neighbour's place. And I guess you guys want to see what we've been doing.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So here we go, 30 days has been done. And this is what we've been up to.
Looks good, right?
Yeah. So confession, I had to sweep again this morning because last night was a nightmare. We had so much bad weather and I had all these leaves and everything done, and then the whole driveway looked like garbage again. So we had to sort of redo everything that we were supposed to do. So we weren't quite finished on the 30 days, but we're finished now, well and truly done and dusted. So here's where we're at. We've moved a stack of mulch, a heap, and there's the beams that we said we're going to leave there, and that's just because we didn't want to leave them. We've already spoken about that anyway in the previous ones. So for us right now, we're just going to take a bit of a tour around. So you remember the trailer was on the front verge here, on the front lawn or the front grass. So we basically cleared that off. We have mulched everywhere. You can see now. There's heaps of mulch, and I'm really stoked with how it's come out. We've gone all the way around to the roses, those horrible roses that you would have seen that we've pruned earlier on. That's all cleaned up. We're not experts on roses or anything like that, so we didn't prune them specifically to get beautiful roses out of it. We just wanted to prune them back so we knew that we weren't going to get attacked every time we walked past them.
Which still happens, by the way.
Yeah.
So we didn't do a very good job.
Yeah, but it's much better than it was.
Yeah.
So we'll go around a bit further. We'll just check out this mulch area. One positive thing is you'll see out the back, we use so much mulch here, it was ridiculous. Well, you saw the pile, it was so crazy. We got excited about doing the front, and there was a little bit short at the back where the garden beds are, and I'll show you that a bit later. But the amazing part about it is everything that we mulched out the back, I had to pinch some out of the chook pen, or the old chook pen, and there were worms everywhere, which was really exciting to see that what we've done so far. Like, we've literally just had it going for a short amount of time, and there's already putting some positive life back into the soil. So there's a nice thick bed all the way through here. You can see where Megs has gone through. There's heaps all the way through. Over here it was just a horrible sand pile. Our kids, I actually made the kids a sand pit, and that didn't last very long at all for some reason. So our kids actually used to play out the front in this horrible grey dirt. So now that I've put this here, they can't play here anymore, which is exciting. Oh look, there's Rufus. He's always here. Thanks for joining us, mate. And you'll see along here there's just really thick mulch. We've been clever enough to be able to mulch to stop the grass coming through the garden bed, but we can't mulch enough to get it to grow up through the edge of the concrete. Like, you never win. It's unbelievable. So over here you'll see the trailer. We got that moved out of the way, just clears up the front yard a bit. I've got the wiring to do to that, and that might be a story for another day.
Looks heaps neater though, doesn't it?
Yeah, like we said, we weren't going to hide anything. You can see the bricks are still here, and that was always the plan. We need a certain amount of bricks to stay here for functionality for Megs. And yeah, the beams that I built
For the house.
still sitting on the top of the house.
But
They're so heavy.
we just neatened it, made it look neater, so the street appeal is not so white trash.
So when you're looking from the road, this is what you're seeing. Obviously not me and Megs, but you'll see those bricks.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you'll see us out here. So that's cool. We're happy. We're really happy with that.
We got space to move the car up here now.
Yeah.
Park nice and close.
One thing we were planning on doing, and we're going to show you everything that we didn't do. We don't mind. We planned on getting all this cement moved, and then we thought, where are we actually going to put that?
There is nowhere.
There isn't anywhere to put that, so we've actually left it there. We stuck it neatly, but we've had cement come and go since then.
Yeah.
And so this is where we're at with it.
We cleaned this area.
This area is all cleaned up. All the fruits, all those bins that you can see there, they're actually going to go in our skip when we get our skip in a week or so. Yep.
2 weeks.
So unfortunately we couldn't get that done before we left. Another thing that we said we were going to do is we're going to clean all this. And that didn't really happen too much. A few bits and pieces went out, but nothing really, not breaking any records on that. So we didn't get that bit done, which is okay. We've done heaps, and there was heaps of dirt and stuff around under my dad's old ute, which is now being cleaned up.
Rubbish.
We had a little explosion with the kids this morning, and they cleaned up their mud kitchen and then made more mess. So I wasn't very happy about that at all. The chook pen has gone.
Where is it?
So the chook pen's gone, and we've just got all our work materials and stuff like that around here.
Yeah.
All spare brick barrows, the scaffolding and tyres and all our bikes and everything. We've got a big pile of wood.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That was part of the plan.
This is for our meadows.
Yeah, this is for our meadow stove here. Moving on down.
Beehives stayed where they were.
Yeah, Megs didn't want to move those. She wasn't keen.
I was not.
So here's our new chook pen. You can see there's a big pile of dirt over there. There was actually a massive hole there. I don't know why. It was before we got here, so we've filled that hole in anyway. That's all good. All right, so the chook pen, we've moved that. It took a bit of work. I haven't got around to putting the wheels on the chook shed right now.
That's okay. There's a few changes that we need to make to it anyway.
Yeah.
Put on some roll-away nesting boxes.
Yeah.
And maybe make the roosting a little bit more comfortable so they're not peeping right on top of each other.
Yeah. I noticed that we set that roosting place up for them to sit there and face outwards and crap down behind it.
But they don't.
But the stupid things face the back, which means they crap on the chook's head below, or chook's back, really, should I say, below it.
And then the chook walks around with crap on its back all day.
So we just look like we've neglected these chooks and we've got crap all over them. Like, who does that?
You remember right here that there was a worm bath, a worm farm, a bathtub, and it was fallen over and it wasn't looking very good, and we still used it as a worm farm, but it was just a little bit neglected. It made the place look messy. So that's gone. We'll show you where that's gone in a bit. And we just moved some of the spare plants, gave it a bit of a whippersnip, and left some of these plants in here. I do believe that we've got some ashwagandha growing in this area, so I didn't want to whippersnip too hard because I really want to keep that going. It's a great adaptogenic that we need.
Yeah, yep.
One thing I did say at the beginning I wanted to get done was my elderberries just here, and we haven't done it. We didn't get round to it. I have put some of our new potting mix on top of it.
Yeah, it's covered the roots anyway, which is a good start.
Thank goodness. And I'll give it a trim. I'll give it a bit of a prune and see if we can get them up and going again, but I don't want them to die. I really don't. So it's just something that we didn't get round to, and there's a bit that we didn't get round to in these 30 days, hey, but
yeah, yep.
It doesn't mean we're stopping now, that the 30-day is over. It's just that we're not as a cash.
So this is something that Levi's been working on, and I said that earlier on that Levi's going to be and they're all actually just sitting around it, which is pretty cool, chilling out in the sun because the sun hasn't been around all day. So the kids are just playing around. This is the new benches. We've got kids ones and adult ones, and Levi's spent a couple of days making them pretty much on his own. I think I gave him a couple of little tips, but other than that, it was all him. That's where we're at. So well done, Levi. Great job on the chairs. Nice and high ones for the grown-ups, which is awesome. I'm really happy about how they've come out.
Yeah.
This is a bit more woodwork stuff that he's learning how to do and using his imagination, which is great. And so that'll end up having a fire pit in it, or a barbecue. The worm farm. The worm farm got moved.
Yeah.
And it did sort of get a little bit neglected, I'm not going to lie. It sat on the tree and it fell backwards, so the drainage was going the wrong way. And it's water, probably a quarter full of water, I reckon. And it didn't look too healthy.
Well, worms did a really good job of swimming though.
Yeah, we have drained it now and put it the right way so the drainage is out. There's boxes in it and hay and all that sort of stuff. So we've basically got that neatened up, and Levi just made a little stand out of these pallets while we're on the go. We thought we'd just keep on going. So we're just catching all the water out of it still. You can still see that it's doing that. Our mulch pile, we actually put our chooks in the mulch pile and get them to spread it around again, and we're going to keep rotating it around. The girls are pretty happy in there. We've got plenty of grass still left over.
Eating all the mulberries, the low-hanging mulberries.
Yeah, they're going to trim all that back. We're actually going to have some spare water tanks sitting here, as you can see.
So we've moved all of our tree bags around, all our trees and everything that we've got planted in tree bags. Obviously you've seen over the 30 days we've done our planting in the bathtubs, planted seeds, planted seedlings, all that kind of stuff. So we'll just show you what we've done. So we've got our pineapple and asparagus in this one.
Our peas.
Yep.
Peas are still
Got
there.
our peas, they're still there. They're not growing as fast as I thought they would though.
No, they're not, which would have been good to have, you see, but you can see the all the seedlings that you've planted though. But
all the little seeds, yeah. So I planted a row of seeds along here, and they're all coming up really nicely. What did I plant? Don't know, can't remember. It's silver bee or red spinach or something. Like it's a leafy green anyway, and they're coming up really nicely. Got some garlic in here, and at the front my helichrysum flowers, which are doing well. Look at this, look how happy this guy is.
that's really cool.
Oh yeah, I'm stoked about that. So I mean, it needs a weed again. I haven't been in here weeding for a little while, as you can see, but we'll get back out to that soon enough.
Yeah, it's nice just to actually see some green in the garden bed, and yeah, that some of them are weeds.
Mum, look, a weed.
Yeah,
Cool.
good job. Is our garlic. Some of these are still a little small. I honestly thought that they would be bigger than what they are, but some of them are doing really well. Like this guy, for example, he looks like he's pretty happy.
Yeah.
This is definitely the best garlic crop we've ever had.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I've actually fed them this time, and they're pretty. You've got to feed them. They're pretty hungry. So yeah, we'll keep feeding them and go from there.
We've got some limoncellos in here. We've got an olive tree just here, and down here we have got a turmeric, which has gone into hibernation for the off season there.
That's true.
I did manage to up-pot this lemon myrtle, so he's in a nice bigger pot now, which is great. Just here we have a mango tree, which was given to us by our mate at the nursery because he couldn't sell it because it was ugly apparently, and I said, well, you know, I don't care about looks,
Yep.
as long as it's functional.
We've got shoots coming off there.
Yeah, heaps. It's doing really well, which is great news. And then we've got a banana palm at the back.
Which is very average.
Yeah, all our banana palms are looking really average actually.
We haven't fed them well.
No,
that's
we
on us,
haven't.
I believe.
I up-potted this beautiful red delicious apple. It was struggling with the grass choking it out, and I've got this plum tree here.
Already,
It is looking better already. That also got up-potted into a 75 litre bag. At the back there is an avocado, which is looking pretty dire.
that one, yeah, that was the base of it was pretty bad. It was exposed to all the roots were exposed, and it was sort of half full.
Ones at the back, we've got another plum, another pear.
The pears are actually different varieties as well. So some are late season and some are earlier season. So we hope to get, when they're ready, we hope to get them to have pears. So not obviously all year round, but
like a long season,
over
though.
a long season. Well, you see that the trampoline was moved. Some of you guys worked out what was different in one of the days. This is our backyard, our back veranda. Oh, I didn't impact the whip snipper away.
That's okay.
There's the kitchen, the mud kitchen that Bindi and Aria and all the kids cleaned up and made a mess again, and now I've cleaned up and done a good job,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Their little table.
Yeah. Just this back area was just cleaned up really, and it was just nice to see.
Just needed to be neatened really,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Yep.
So we can use the bench again because there's nothing on it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so coming down here to where the old chook pen was, and we said that we're going to mulch the whole lot, we're going to recoup it, not let the chickens down here. And there's been a few slight changes. We didn't mulch the whole lot, we only mulched some of it, mainly because the part of this area that was getting sunlight has actually come back really nice and there's some greenery there, whereas the part that was shaded by the fence, it was just barren as sand, so we mulched that part. We cut down the overgrown bush at the back, and look at this beautiful greenery that's regrowing. It's amazing.
This is where the cows were as well for a short period of time.
There'll be worms under that because that's the cow poop. Look, worms. Worms! Oh God, we love worms here. Find the cow poop, you'll find worms, I've been told.
And it's so true.
It is so true.
It's happened just about every time I've seen one. They're everywhere. So it's
That's
so
cool.
good. We're stoked in there.
This is inside the coop where we deep mulch the whole lot, so we're going to let that sit for a little while. But there is worms all the way through here as well, which is really, really good news. And to the final part, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, this is probably the last little bit, and we'll go around to finish the front, I think is what we should do.
This is probably the bit I'm most disappointed about, because I actually tried really hard at the beginning of this to get this all cleared and to make it look kind of nice again, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen, guys.
But actually, let's show the positives of what happened in this area.
Okay, we'll show the positives.
So this is where we planted some plants earlier on. And
Helichrysum?
Helichrysum, there's heaps.
We
You can
thought
actually see in here.
these wouldn't do well.
And you can actually see here, there's starting to hit little shoots coming through already.
Wow. And weeds as well.
Yeah,
look.
we're good with the weeds, that's not a problem. And we've also got more flowers here.
More marigolds.
More marigolds just starting to come up now.
Look at this one on the end.
Yeah, this is good. So here we are over here. This is what we're not proud of.
I'm not proud of it.
It doesn't look like it doesn't look like there's much to do, to be honest. I'm not going to lie, there's big branches that we're going to cut down and use. And it is scattered a bit, but the mulch is still in the graveyard over there. I'm going to pull that out now and repair that. That's life.
It's annoying,
Yep.
but
And I'm sorry for you guys, we said that we we're going to do this area and we get it all mulched, and it didn't happen.
sorry.
So this is the bad area. As you can see, it's all done there. But all around the front, it looks unreal.
Yeah, it does.
We're super happy with how it's come up. The kids and everyone has worked really hard. We've had some pretty stressful days.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us for the last 30 days. It's been an absolute blast. It's been exhausting, but it's been a blast.
We've had some dummy spits.
Yeah.
We've had some rain. We've
Yeah.
had some kids with bad behaviour, good
Yeah.
behaviour.
Yeah.
Almost blood, sweat and tears. It's been a mix of everything.
Check and check.
Yeah, we've done it all, and we've tried to be as real. Well, no, we are being as real as we can. And some of you might or might not like that.
Oh well.
That's cool. Thanks so much for being with us, and we're so happy that you've stuck with us to the end. And I hope if you want to learn something, go back through and learn by our mistakes.
And now we're probably going to head back into posting twice a week.
Yeah, we'll go back to posting twice a week now. Hey.
Cool.
Yeah. So we're done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
From our family to yours.
God bless.
God bless.
God bless.
God bless.